Hi there, awesome art students. This is Michael Tonis, and in this lesson I'm going to show you how to draw a emoji face with tears of joy. And in this lesson we're going to use something for the circle for the emoji. I'm using a DVD. You could use a roll of tape or perhaps the lid to a peanut butter jar, or if you want to make a really small emoji you could use a coin. And but like I said, I'm going to use a DVD for this lesson. And I'm going to hold that still, and I'm going to trace around the edge of this with a Sharpie marker. And you could do your lesson in pencil. Don't worry about a perfect trace here. I'd say it's actually probably better if it's a little sketchy. And I'll switch over to this hand and do this left-handed. So that's going to be fun. Not so easy left-handed, unless you are left-handed, of course, and then you could try it right-handed. There we go. So that is our basic shape for our emoji. And for this face with tears of joy, the tears are going to drop down right here and here, and so the eyes are really important. And what we're going to do on those is we're going to figure out, first of all, sort of where the center part of those eyes are, and I'm going to make them fairly close together right here, and then the outer part maybe here and here, and they're going to sweep up in little arches. So I'm going to make the arch about this high, like that, so you can see this forms a little triangle right here, little triangle right here. So I'm going to draw an arch for this eye, and I'm going to draw an arch for this eye. Okay, so we've got two arches. That's the top of the eye, and then we're going to come down a little bit here and here. That will be for the inner part, the lower part of that arch. There, like that. So in fact, can even go a little lower than that. And that's a nice thing, is you can correct these as you go. And let's fill those in. If they were bent a little more, they'd be like little boomerangs. They could be little crescent moon shapes. Okay, so now, right here from just below center and over a little bit, we're going to put a dot, and just below center of this one over a bit, put a little dot. Okay, and we're going to have a big drooping tear right here. It's going to be sort of in a leaf shape, so it's going to come down right here to there. It's going to come down right here to there, and this is a little tricky. We'll just sweep out a shape here, and we'll curve around, and we'll come back up like that. A big tear. And here again, we'll come down, we'll sweep around in this curve, and come back up like that. So big tears. And now we need to draw a big smile because it's tears of joy. So we did a grinning face in another lesson, and this is very similar. We're going to draw a line from here to here, okay? Cut across like that. And then we're going to draw a big grin down here. And I'm just going to check the distance from here to here, to here to here, here to here, looking for an even distance running around here. And I'm going to draw a big grin, basically connecting those dots. Just sketch that in. Don't worry if it's not perfect again, because when we shade it in, we can make corrections. We ink that in. So, alright, now we need a big grin in here. So we're going to come down a little bit here and here, and we're going to draw a line across for our grin. That's our teeth right there. And then we're going to do a tongue. I'm going to put a dot right there. I'm going to draw a little curve here and here. So one part right there, and one part right there. And connect that with a little line, or draw a little line down there for the center of the tongue. And it's really coming along. So let's fill in this. And just stroking down from the top here, from the bottom of the teeth to the top of the tongue. And if I need to make a correction here, I'll just make a little correction. And now I think that we need to thicken this line up, so we'll come around here again. And by going back over this, you get a drawing that really looks like a drawing by hand. And even though you get a really good circle, it doesn't just feel like you've used a template to do it. And nothing wrong with using a template, but I can tell you that with all the years of drawing I've done, I can't just freehand a perfect circle. Some of you may be able to do that, and I commend you for it, but I like using drawing tools. You know, everybody's got tools that they use to help them to do things. And you use the kitchen, you use pots and pans. You know, if you're working on a car, you use wrenches and screwdrivers. And if you're drawing, you can use things for templates. You can use pens, rulers. Just making corrections here. All right. Let's imagine the light's coming from over here, and let's draw a highlight on that tear right there. And over here we'll draw one right here, just like the light's hitting those tears. All right, well that pretty much is it for our tears of joy, grinning face. And let's go ahead and see how that looks colored in. Now you can see the finished product, and you see how fun and easy that was. And thank you so much for watching this lesson. Thanks for checking out our channel. Please like and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching.